This next breed I want to talk about is a breed that is absolutely incredible. I've dealt with so many of them and they have such a bad rap, but they're so intimidating and their appearance scares people. Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. If you're new to the channel, my name is Chris and I've been training dogs for over 23 years professionally and have trained over 5,000 dogs with 100% success rate. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about the top breeds that I recommend when it comes down to protection. I have quite a bit of knowledge when it comes down to dogs for protection. I've trained a lot of them in Schutzhund. We've trained at incredibly high levels with that. Also, I have sold protection dogs to clients of mine, as well as working with police departments, sheriff departments. So when we talk about protection, we're talking about a dog that has a good solid nerve structure and genetically has a predisposition to protect. But there's a few other things to take into consideration about that. So as I'm talking about this, so you understand, this is not necessarily for when we're out in public. This is for your home, your property, things like that. When people come to me and they ask about a protection dog, it's important that they understand that the dog may engage a bad person, but ultimately the dog is to allow you enough time to get safe or take whatever precautions you need to be able to defend yourself and keep your family safe as well. So I want you to think of the most important thing about a protection dog is the alarm system. And also, I would love to hear what your list is for the protection dogs that you would pick or that you would suggest. And you can leave that list in the comments so that way people can learn from your experience as well. So let's get right into it. Now remember, we're talking about dogs with a good solid nerve structure. If you've never heard of the term nerve structure and you want to know more about what it is, you can check out this video right here. The link is in the description and I go into detail about the importance of why you should know what nerve structure is and how it applies to you and your dog. So now let's talk about the first breed. The first breed's not going to be much of a surprise. The first breed is going to be a German Shepherd. And the reason why is because ultimately the German Shepherd, yes, it's a herding breed, but ever since it was created, it's always been used for home protection. Why? Because it's strong and powerful. It was designed to have the ability to perceive a real threat, the courage to stand up to a man, to be easily guidable and have a fondness of children. But the number one reason why I have it on here is because it has that reputation. Also, they're incredibly vocal. They bark at pretty much anything that they see that's new or sounds that they may hear. Now, a really top-bred German Shepherd is going to be a little bit quieter because they're going to have that ability to kind of go check it out first before it spawns them into a bark. But when they're in your home and they see somebody walking or they hear something funny or they see something funny, they're going to bark, and it's loud and it's intimidating. But that's one of the biggest ways to keep people away from your home that are wanting to maybe steal something or do harm to people that are in the house. So the German Shepherd is obviously a great breed to look at when it comes down to protection. Now the next one may be a little bit of a surprise. In fact, there's going to be a couple up on here that may be a surprise to you. But my second one is going to be the Lab. And the reason why is because the English Lab, which is the shorter, thicker, squattier Lab, not only was it bred to bring in fishing nets for boats, but it was also used as a home protection dog. They're going to be vocal when they see or hear something strange, but most importantly also, with any type of dog that you use for protection, they do need to be friendly for the people that come over that are welcome. They need to be able to know and have that ability to perceive what's a real threat and what isn't. But a Lab is going to be one of those dogs that is going to vocalize and again, give you that time necessary to be able to keep yourself safe. But also, if push comes to shove, I know that really nice Labs will engage in fight when it comes down to them going after the bad guy. So a Lab is not a bad dog to have when it comes down to a protection dog at home. Now the next one is going to be strictly because it's guaranteed no matter what that you're going to have noise anytime somebody is around your home. And the cool thing is they may bark a lot when they see somebody, but they are easily guidable and you can stop them from barking when you see that that person that they're barking at is not an actual threat. And that breed is the Brittany. The Brittany is going to be a little bit smaller. It's great again with kids. It's great with your friends and family coming over. It is a hunting breed, so it's one of these breeds like with the Lab. It's multifaceted in things that you can do. But I grew up with Brittany's, and I always knew them to bark anytime somebody was walking around the house or anything like that. And then when we told them to be quiet, they did. My dad owned a Brittany that was one of the best Brittany's that you could get breeding wise. Both of its parents were national field trial champions, and that dog, as confident and outgoing as he was, he just had this thing in him where when somebody walked up to the door, knocked on it, or he saw somebody walking around, he went into barking, and it let everybody know that he saw something that was out there. But when you told him to be quiet, he shut up. And so that's all we can ask for a lot of times when it comes down to a protection dog. So don't discount odd breeds when it comes down to protection, because again, ultimately it's about alerting. It's an alarm system. Now the last breed is going to be for appearance only. When people want to do bad things to other people or to their homes, they're going to want to pick the easiest target. Now, this next breed I want to talk about is a breed that is absolutely incredible. I've dealt with so many of them, and they have such a bad rap, but they're so intimidating, and their appearance scares people. And that's the Pit. The Pit is a wonderful dog. It's just another dog. But nobody wants to mess with them for a reason. We all know that they're powerful, that if they engaged a bad guy, that bad guy knows that they're gonna get lit up and it's gonna hurt, if not break bone and things like that. And so the Pit is not for everybody, because it is a dog that you have to respect their power. But when it comes down to a family owning a dog that is a Pit or even looks like a Pit, a majority of people avoid that home, especially strangers or somebody who's looking for an easy target. They will avoid the house with a Pit. Doesn't mean your Pit has to actually do the job of protection. Just the presence of a Pit alone is gonna detour anybody that is wanting to do anything to your home or to your family members. There are breeds that I did not put on here that are very well known for protection, but I didn't put them on there for a reason. And it's because these ones that I picked, in my experience, are going to be the ones that are ultimately the safest for your friends and family. So thanks again for watching, and I hope that you have a great day. Bye.